Hello, bonjour, Jan here. Today's video is going to be about chickens. Sharon's chickens specifically. She bought some chickens a few months back, and prior to that we both built the chicken coop that she bought in like a farm shop here, and we assembled that. We didn't know how long it would take us, but it did take quite a while. I did try to film it, but this was in very early days, and I set the camera up too far away, so can't show you that, but we can show you the rest. So it picks up from me leaving the house, and then once we get to Sharon's, I will show you when the chickens first came home, and how they were settling in and things, and then we get stuck in and start building the run, which is the Laurel and Hardy bit of the film. I'm sure you wouldn't ask us to build a run for your chickens, believe me. Anyway, I hope you're going to enjoy it. There's a little bit extra on the end as well, which is just a bit of other silliness that we got up to. And I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Going up to Sharon's house now. Oh, she's ready. Morning. Okay, as you see, I've come to Sharon's today. Today's the day we're going to extend the chicken run. But I wanted to show you this first. It's just a short film that I took when the chickens first came home. This is Jackie and Susan. They look so tiny there to what they are now. They're named after a relative of Sharon's and a friend that she lost. The chicken run Sharon and I put together a few weeks before, painstakingly. Took forever. I did try to film it, but I set the camera up too far away, so needless to say I won't be showing you that. Now Sharon's trying to sort out the food, but it's not easy to open these packets, so she ends up having to go in and get some scissors. The chickens were so sort of nervous, obviously. So little, bless them. I think they're about 7 weeks there, and yeah, they just kept trying to get away from us every time we went that close. So it was Sharon's finished putting the food in there. That's Cassis. That's Sharon's dog. She's a rescue dog, and she was rescued from a family who just had a baby, and Cassis didn't take very kindly to the baby, so it was kinder to her to let her be rescued, and so Sharon now has her with her, and they're an ideal match. They get on very well. She's a poor old dog really, and she's got a lot of arthritis, but she's still quite a happy little dog. I'm sure she wanted to get in there with the chickens really and play. Look at her, she's so just, oh, let me in, let me in. The chicken coop reminds me of an American barn, the shape of the roof and everything. Just going by what I've seen in films, your American viewers might know what I'm talking about. This chicken coop was supposed to take 4 chickens, I think, but there's no way. There's no way there'd be enough room in there for 4. I know they huddle together inside, but outside they need a bit of space, don't they? Which is why we're extending it. Here we go. That panel I've just put to one side is a panel that was built a few weeks before, and we couldn't do the rest because Duncan and I were due to go on holiday, so I'm back now to try and do the rest of it. neither of us had done anything like this before, so it took a lot of thinking, a lot of swearing, and a little bit of stress. But so Sharon asked me to help her, and I was happy to help. And you don't know till you try, do you? I've used power tools sometimes, but not very much, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking using the drill. Sharon went to get her drill as well because we needed hers to screw the screws in, and mine was to drill the holes, so he was keep having to change the drill bit. I can't believe it took so long to put these few bits of wood together. Well, neither could Duncan, but there's Sharon supervising, hands on hip. Okay, won't measure that. Right, what do we do now? There we go, Sharon's bought the other drill. Let's get this done. You've been faffing about for too long. I'm sure I've already drilled that hole there once before. So, quick wipe of the brow. Another essential bit of equipment, a nice plastic box to rest the wood on. Now I'm starting to drill a hole, and you'll see that I'm a bit unsure whether the wood or the hole's going to be big enough for the screw. So I'll double check it. There we go. Now we're putting a corner bracket in. How I didn't screw that bit of wood there to the plastic box, I'll never know. Especially now knowing how long the screws were. Another essential bit of equipment, a little table came out. I was measuring it, again. I was obviously unsure that I'd used the right length bit of wood for that. Right, now we're putting the other angle bracket in to make the other corner. Lots of discussion and concentration here. Sorry about the views of bottoms, but it's the trouble when you've got a camera set up on a tripod and you just go about what you're doing, you forget the camera's on sometimes. Look at the state of that corner. It's very obvious, I think, that those screws are a bit long. I'm having him put it on square. Look at the state of it. Oh, embarrassing. Okay, so we've done 2 now, supposedly. The idea was that we didn't matter about the long screws. Don't matter. We'll grind them off. We did go off at one point and get some more screws, so I don't know what happened after that. Here we are. We obviously sawing down another piece of wood for one of the shorter ends. I think what the idea was, we were going to build a cube and then put the mesh on the rest of it after, but what made us think that, I don't know, because it obviously wasn't going to work. We should have made panels, then put them together. But there you go, you learn, don't you? You live and learn. Bottoms up. We weren't making things very easy for ourselves, were we, working on the ground like that? We were under the umbrella now in the shade because it was just so hot. And obviously because we've done that, we're now closer to the camera, and now you're losing shots of our faces. I could have moved the camera, couldn't I? But no, why would I do that? Sharon's having to use the screwdriver because I think the battery died on her drill. Right, that's lunch done. Let's see what we can do now. Excuse me. Excuse Sharon. Duncan's turned up. I did call him just to say we were struggling, but he said he couldn't come because he was just too busy. But I think in the end his conscience pricked, or he managed to finish early. But he walked into the garden, had a good laugh and wobbled all the joints about and proceeded to dismantle the whole thing. So Sharon and I stood in the background giggling, thinking, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Oh. All the memories. Right, Duncan's already got another panel going and done. It took about an hour in the end to get the whole thing done, whereas it took us about 4 hours to do nothing. And he just, Sharon said, "Oh, the wizard's come to the rescue." That's the run. Looking beautiful in place, and the girls are enjoying their extra space. Now, to this day, it's another day, Sharon called me and said that the parcel had arrived, and the parcel was toys for the chickens. Anyway, there's the girls having a good look round. We managed to finish it, and there's the swing all ready. As I say, it's Jackie and Susan, and now Sharon's discovered now that it's probably not Jackie, it's probably Jack. It seems she has bought a male and a female, and so she's going to get half the amount of eggs that she thought. And because the other problem is that there's always a possibility, if she does lay any eggs, that they'll be fertilised. But she hadn't gone into this to breed chickens, it was to have pets and to get eggs. So she's got a bit of a quandary now what to do. Does she keep the cockerel and get another chicken, or does she keep them both? I had chickens, I had 4 chickens, and we had a much bigger run. And so I knew that a little bit more space was needed for these two.